Shit.
Is the American government playing a prank on its own citizens? We've been told for decades that the war on drugs is a moral crusade, a necessary battle between order and chaos. But then came The Wire. Over 5 seasons, creator David Simon didn't just show us a drug war, he showed us a meat grinder. The show's thesis is simple but devastating. The war isn't a struggle to save lives, it's a bureaucratic machine that destroys everyone it touches. Today we're looking at how The Wire represented this conflict and why the war is fundamentally unjustifiable. The genius of The Wire is that it treats the Barksdale organisation and the Baltimore Police Department as the same entity. Both are rigid hierarchies. Both are obsessed with the numbers. When Stringer Bell tries to run the drug trade like a legitimate corporation, we see the truth. The drug trade is just unfettered capitalism. On the other side, the police aren't chasing justice. They're juking the stats. They make low-level street rips to satisfy political quotas rather than building cases against the kingpins. The series represents the war not as a fight for morality, but as a race for middle management promotion. Is the war justified? Season 3 tackles this head-on with Amsterdam. Major Bunny Colvin effectively legalises drugs in 3 small sectors to save the rest of his district. The result? Crime drops, the streets become safe for grandmothers to sit on their porches, and health workers can actually find addicts to help. It works. But the system, the entrenched politicians and the police brass crush it. Why? Because the war is more valuable to the people in power than the actual peace. The show argues that the war is unjustified because its goal isn't to solve the drug problem. It's to maintain a social hierarchy through incarceration. Ultimately, The Wire matters because it exposes the war on drugs as a war on the poor. It shows us that as long as we treat a public health crisis as a military conflict, we'll continue to produce more bodies and more prisoners without ever changing the math. In the world of The Wire, the war isn't justified by its results because the results are always the same. In this game, the ball stays in play, the players just get younger.